What's going on, ERB sports fans? Welcome back to another video. In this video, we are not going to open cards. We're going to talk about cards. We're going to talk about a special player that just got called up today. None other than the Cincinnati Reds prospect, the 21-year-old, 6'5" phenom, hitting bombs, stealing bases, throwing rockets. You guys know who it is, Elly Cruz. Now, I just pulled this off camera earlier today. I had a bunch of base packs from the Mojo packs that you get out of the mega box. I had a bunch of base packs left over, decided to open them, pulled the Elly out of the first pack, probably should have stopped, but we have a question for the hobby right now. Are you guys selling Elly? Are you guys buying Elly? Are you guys holding Elly? I'll make the case for each. All right, so you want to buy Elly. Well, if you didn't open any product yet, and you know that the first Bowmans were just in the product last year, you guys might want to buy some product. Maybe you don't want to buy the sealed product. You'd like to buy stuff that's already graded. Maybe you'd like to buy raw to grade. There was a lot of Elly De La Cruz graded already, but not nearly as much as I think is out there. So buying stuff that is raw at this point, you can probably still get a pretty good price on it. You may have still a pretty good gem rate. You could probably get raw autos for a decent price. I think anything that's a PSA 10 already, though, is going to spike in price. So if you guys are buying Elly, I would either buy the sealed product or I would buy the raw cards or hope to hit lightning in a bottle. And I'm sure all those sales on eBay, because Lord knows I already sold some stuff on eBay this afternoon. When prices start spiking, everything that was out there as far as inventory goes for like a card like this that was like $10, they're all gone. Yeah, anybody that's listing these cards now is listing them for probably $20 to $25. I think a PSA 10 copy of this is approaching about $75 to $100. PSA 9's running about maybe $30 to $40. I just sold a Mojo version of this very same card in a PSA 9 copy that I thought I was going to lose money on, and I ended up making about $30 on it. So not a bad deal. Overall, not a bad deal. So let's make the case again for buying. If you want to buy, you missed out the first time. Maybe you want to wait, but this kid, there's something about this kid. He's just really good. The one knock that many people say they have on him is he strikes out a lot. So depending on how pitchers pitch to him, I think early on he's probably going to make a lot of contact because people are going to pitch him straight up until they get a scouting report on him. And then as the season wears on, I think there's going to be adjustments to be made. So if you haven't bought already, maybe you want to wait that out, but eventually buy some. Totally your call. Let's make the case for selling. All right, so if you're selling, his prices are spiking right now, but the question is, are they going to spike even further if he starts hitting bombs, or is it already built into the price? Secondly, he already plays for the Reds. It's not like he plays for the Yankees, the Dodgers, the Mets, the Boston Red Sox. He plays for the lowly Cincinnati Reds. Now, the Reds have a historic franchise. Ken Griffey Jr. used to play there, Johnny Bench. The list goes on and on. Barry Larkin, really good historic franchise. I think there's a really solid fan base around the Ohio, Indiana, Kentucky region for the Reds. So I live in Indiana. One of the teams that people follow here the most is the Cincinnati Reds, even though we have a AAA ballpark in our town and it is affiliated with the Pirates. Many people around here would either say they're a Reds fan or a Cubs fan. So Elly De La Cruz being a Cincinnati player, there is a regional aspect to him. I think you'd have people in Kentucky, you'd have people maybe in Tennessee, a lot of Ohioans, a lot of people in Indiana as well. So that could definitely increase his interest, even though he's not in a big market like New York or LA or San Francisco for that matter. The Reds, that's a hitter's ballpark too. So let's make the case again for, I said, selling. All right, so if you want to cash in and get out of the cards and hope that there's a pullback, maybe in the off season, maybe if he gets into a slump, maybe the hype dies down, now would be the time to sell. You should be selling right now within the next week until more games are played and who knows what'll happen. So definitely not a bad problem to have. I will be honest, I'm probably going to sell all of my Elly De La Cruz. I sold the Mojo Auto that I got a PSA 10 on not too long ago. It actually sold on Saturday night. I sold it for about $375, less some eBay fees, but yeah, not a bad payday on that one. Although I probably could have held it and maybe gotten close to $400 or $500 for it today. We'll see. So then let's make the final case for holding Elly De La Cruz. So if you have a lot of sealed product, if you have a lot of raw that you haven't graded yet, if you've got a lot of 10s, if you got some autos, if you're lucky enough to have acquired an amassment of cards, maybe don't move off all the cards, but you save the good ones. You kind of dollar cost average it a little bit, hedge your bet, get back out of the cards and get back out of the cards as far as what you had into them and free roll the rest. So I only wish, I knew that there was a guy in my area that was a very, very big Reds collector, and he had a huge case at one of the shows recently where he had nothing but Elly De La Cruz cards in it. People were scoffing at that, saying, "Who the heck is Elly De La Cruz?" And I chuckled to the guy. I said, yeah, you're going to find out in about the next year. When I saw the AAA month that he was having in late April, early May, I said, the Reds are going to call this dude up before the All-Star break. There is no doubt. He is way too good to be stuck in AAA. Way too good. And he's an exciting player to watch. So anyway, going back to the topic, if you are holding Elly De La Cruz, I don't know. We'll see what happens. I mean, he definitely could be kind of like J-Rod was last year. I hope to God that Topps puts him in update. For the love of God, Topps, do not get cute with this like you did with Wander and like you did with J-Rod and Bobby Witt last year, where you messed around with which product. He got called up on June 6th. Put him in update. Please put him in update. Do not hold him out for Series 1 next year. You probably will, but if you're smart, you'll put him in update. That's a lower print run. This is going to be an absolutely amazing product. Again, I cannot wait to see if that actually happens. I'm hoping it does. But anyway, making the final case for holding Elly De La Cruz. If you are acquiring Elly De La Cruz already and you have a lot of Elly De La Cruz kind of sitting in your inventory and you want to hold him, wait and see what happens. See if he makes a push for the Reds to make the playoffs this year. Maybe sell later in the season, or maybe sell when there's a lot of hype in the offseason, when this kid is really going to ratchet up the hype machine. He's 21 years old. He's 6'5". He is absolutely a stud. And the cat is going to enter the video. But yeah, Wyatt seems to not give a crap that I'm actually recording right now. She does not care. There's a bird outside the window here. So anyway, guys, I wanted to make a really quick video and talk to you guys about Elly De La Cruz and what are you guys doing. Let me know in the comments below. What are you doing? Are you buying Elly De La Cruz right now? Are you selling Elly De La Cruz right now? Or are you holding Elly De La Cruz? Do you have a fear of missing out? I have some sealed product off camera here. Could there be a lot of openings in the near future for 2022 Bowman? You guys let me know. What's the call? Buy, sell, or hold? We'll leave it there, guys. Thanks again for watching. ERB Sports is out. Take care, and I'll see you in the next video.